Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So for today, I'm going to get ready for work. It is 10:20 a.m. and I am having more of like a late actual Bernalyn and Cora work day because I'm waiting for packages to be delivered. So I'm basically doing work at home until packages deliver, and then I'm going to head to our little office and start processing shipment and training someone new and just doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I figured I would get ready. Very like simple, because it is, I say this in every video every summer, it is too hot for makeup. Like in these months, it's way too hot. Let me open my blanket. And I cannot, I work in a garage whenever I work at the office. So you can imagine, it's a garage, all I have is a fan, and you will sweat, and I'm talking sweat. So I'm gonna get ready, and for today's little topic of discussion, someone had actually mentioned it in I made a post on my like community thing, and someone said, I have a couple different ones, so I'm definitely gonna do all of them, but someone said, I would love to hear an update and your overall experience with dieting and diet culture. So I feel like I'm gonna talk a little bit about that because I've been really passionate about that for the last year, I would say. And while I talk about it, I'm just gonna do my makeup. So I'm using a little bit of this Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer, and I'm gonna use this kind of like as like spot foundation. I don't know if you could tell, it's literally the exact same color of my skin. So I'm literally just gonna spot conceal like areas that I just want to like neutralize to be the same color as my skin. So it's not gonna highlight, it's not gonna do anything like that. It's just a little bit of discoloration on my chin and under my lip. So this is, like I said, something that I'm really oh, and this color, by the way, because I'll probably get asked, 160 Warm Tan. This is a topic I'm really passionate about, and because I'm someone that has struggled with disordered eating for a very long time, pretty much all of my adult life. And when I say disordered eating, I don't mean like anorexia or bulimia, because those are like the most common eating disorders, but disordered eating is extremely common in a lot of us, especially within our culture, our generation, and now even more with like Instagram and social media, constantly looking at other people and comparing ourselves to other people and all that stuff. So I feel like my disordered eating started in like my young adult life, like I said, like probably in my early 20s. And I've always been pretty thin, I guess you can say. I've always been really curvy though, since I was pretty young. This color looks crazy until I start like balancing it out. I remember in 7th grade, a family friend called me voluptuous, and I was like, what the hell does that mean? And right there, I think, was kind of when I noticed that people will comment on your body, whether it's good or bad. Like, I just feel like people always have something to say about people's bodies, and in the last couple of years specifically, because I've done it as well. When like I see somebody that I haven't seen in a while, I'll be like, oh my god, you look so good, like you're tiny, or like just different things like that. And throughout this time that I've been trying to heal my disordered eating, I am so against that in general, where I know that a lot of the times, most of the time, it comes from a good place. Like you're complimenting someone if they've been, you know, working out really hard or training or something like that. Like it's very normal to comment and, you know, compliment someone on their, whether it's weight loss or fitness or whatever. And what I learned, I guess, from that is that it can have very negative effects on people, because again, like I said, it's a normal thing to kind of compliment someone and be like, oh my god, girl, you look so good, or oh my god, like you look amazing, what have you been doing? Like it's very normal. But I have experienced the negative side of it, and people close to me have also experienced it, because when you comment on something like that, whether it be, oh my god, you look amazing, like what's your secret, what's your strategy, what's this, what's that, a lot of the times there's a lot of negative tied to why they are dropping weight or look so good. For example, I'm the type of person, if I go through a breakup, if I'm just in a not good state of mind, I will start dropping weight like fast. Like that's how I lose weight the fastest, is when I'm in a very, very not good mental place. So when people are like, oh my God, girl, you look so good, what are you doing? It's like, well, I'm actually depressed as shit, or I'm actually going through a breakup, or my boyfriend just cheated on me, or like something like that. And I've also heard it with people very close to me. I have a hair in my chin and it's making me feel very old. But yeah, I've also heard it with people close to me when they've gone through, you know, really shitty situations, or shit in their relationship, or someone has passed away and they drop a ton of weight, and the first thing people will say is, oh my God, girl, you look so good, like what's your secret? And it's like, I'm sad. Like, there is no secret, it's that I'm sad. I remember when, you know, again, someone that's very close to me was going through a really hard time. Everyone was asking her diet plan. Everyone was asking her what her secret was. Everyone was asking her what her routine was. And they had no idea that she was going through one of the hardest times literally in her life. And that was the moment where I was like, wow, like we suck. Like, not at all knowing what people are dealing with, but the fact that like people drop weight in negative situations as well as positive situations, it just made me never ever want to comment on somebody's weight, whether it was loss or gain, ever again. Like, I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never gonna be the person that someone says, oh my God, you look so good, what's your secret? And it's like, oh, well, my husband had an affair, or something like that. Like, I don't know. That just really, it was very eye-opening to me when I was, you know, just like the outsider looking in, and I was like, wow, like this sucks for people to compliment you on the way that you look because of how your stress and how your depressive episodes are like showing up on your body. And then another part of that is that when you look that good because you're so sad, and then let's say you get out of that depressive state, let's say you're, you know, healing and you're doing better, and you start gaining your weight back, because that's what happens. Like, when you're depressed and you're stressed and you're not eating and you're sad, once you start eating, you're gonna gain weight because you're eating. Then it's like the disorder starts. It's like the person starts gaining weight and they're like, oh my God, like I can't, like I was so tiny during this time because I was going through this. So then it's like they kind of resent themselves for being happy again. And that's just such BS. Oh, I'm filling in my brows, by the way, with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown. I've made it a point to make sure I never, ever comment on people's weight again. It's happened to me where people have, you know, mentioned, oh my God, girl, you look so good, you're so tiny, what are you doing? And it's just been like, I've been crying every day. That's what I've been doing. Or when I was doing keto, and keto is how I've lost the most weight. It's how a lot of people lose a lot of weight, because you are cutting out such a large food group, along with like your calories are obviously lower because you're not eating carbs or sugar or any of those things. And when I would get off of keto and I would gain weight, those compliments would stop, if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't getting the, oh my God, girl, you're so tiny, you look so good, or whatever. And it's like, well, yeah, because I wasn't eating rice or pasta or bread or any of the normal things that normal people eat. And people are complimenting the way that my body looks as a result of that. And again, I know that it comes from a good place, because it does, but it also will send people like myself into a spiral where I felt like the only way that I looked good was when I was not eating carbs. And the amount of times, and I'm sure you guys have seen it through on my channel from just watching, the amount of times that I've done keto, gotten off keto, done keto, gotten off keto, or just done different types of eating, dieting specifically, nonstop. It's all the time. It's consistent. It's every other month. It was a new fad diet. It was paleo. It was keto. It was low carb. It was no sugar. It was vegetarian. It was like the amount of years that I've wasted dieting, when that's the least, not saying that eating healthy is not important. It's obviously very important. And I eat very healthy. Like, I love vegetables. I love fruits. I eat now a very, very balanced way. Like, I don't cut anything out anymore, and it's literally the happiest that I've ever been, because the way that I look isn't my priority. Like, the way that I look is for me to enjoy, not for random people on the internet or friends or anything like that. And as long as I am healthy, that is what matters the most to me. Like, I want to be active, and since I have kind of adjusted my mind to, you know, I don't enjoy going to the gym. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. So instead of forcing myself to go to the gym and hate it and quit, I just do exercise that I enjoy. I do yoga. I do walks every single day with my now husband and my dog. We go on long walks. It's not like we go around the corner. We'll go on 5-mile walks, 4-mile walks a day. And that is my form of exercise. And I do it more for the way that I feel mentally than I do physically. Like, obviously, like, the physical kicks in. Like, you start to feel physically better, but it is a mental thing for me. When I don't go on my walks, or I skip my walks, I get very anxious. I'm very snappy. I'm very just sad and moody and angry, and I just don't like myself when I don't exercise, even if it's just a walk, like something as simple as a walk. So that has been like one of my biggest priorities, is continuing to exercise, not for the way that it makes me look, but for the way that it makes me feel. I feel so much better when I'm eating healthier and exercising. And I don't mean, when I say eating healthier, I don't mean I'm just eating like brown rice, chicken, and broccoli. I eat everything. And if you guys watch my vlogs, if you guys watch my what I eat in a day, I eat everything. There's nothing that I eliminate at all. I love vegetables, so that is very easy for me. Up my fruit intake, and I try to eat like as many whole foods as I possibly can, just because I know that it's good for me, not about what it's gonna do for me physically. I'm putting on a little bit of mascara, which is gonna be crazy because I have a couple lash extensions here and I have like 5 here, but my eyes look like I look crazy. So I'm just gonna put a little bit just to like kind of darken up my natural lashes a little bit. So yeah, even like Tyler has always been like, yeah, since I've known you, you've always been on some sort of diet. It's always been a diet, or how I'm eating, or I can't eat this, or I can't eat that. And the way that it has freed me and my life to just eat. Just eat what I like, eat what makes me feel good, eat mostly lots of fruits and vegetables, because I know I love those things and I know that they're gonna feel good in me. It has nothing to do with what it's gonna make me look like. Like, I'm so done with that, and I can say it has freed me a lot. I will also say it is not a like perfect journey. I will say, especially come the summertime, you kind of fall into the pressure of being like bikini body ready or whatever, or, you know, I'm gonna be in a bathing suit all summer, or like, you know, we wear less clothes in the summer, obviously, especially in Florida. So there's a lot of pressure to look a certain way and be snatched and this and that, and it's like, I'm sorry, y'all, it's not my priority. My priority is not to look good for other people. It's to feel good in my body. It's to be able to continue going on my walks every single day. It's to be able to know that what I'm eating is just good for me, and not so much like gonna shrink my waist or anything like that. I don't think it's a bad thing to like want to lose a couple pounds or anything like that, because that's kind of where I am right now, from healing my, or in the process, I'll say, of healing my disordered eating, which I have unfollowed every single person that I had that did the keto diet. I had so many like influencers that I followed that were doing keto, unfollowed all of them. Any trainers, gym rats, anything like that, I unfollowed them. And I followed a ton of body positive dietitians, like anti-diet dietitians. Those are my favorite. I watch them on YouTube. I have followed dietitians in Europe. Like, I am obsessed with learning about things in a non like diet type of way. And like right now I've been eating in like a little calorie deficit for I would say like 2 or 3 months, and it has been my favorite thing that I've done because again, I love fruits and I love vegetables and I love healthy food. Like, yeah, it is not hard for me to eat healthy foods. I love them. Taking out the limitations, like no bread, no rice, no ice cream, no candy, no junk food, no this. Removing that has completely opened up my mind to the happiness that is no restrictions, no restrictive dieting. So yeah, so I've been eating in a calorie deficit, and some days I do great and some days I go over and I don't stress it. I'm like, whatever. Was I really happy with my meals today? Yes. Was I satisfied? Yes. I eat huge meals. Like today I had an English muffin sandwich with cheese and egg dipped in sriracha, and I had pineapple on the side, and I had my coffee that I drink regular. I don't do even any substitutions for my coffees. I use whole milk because that's what I like in my coffee. I use my creamer because that's what I like in my coffee. And just seeing that that's a normal thing that I would eat anyway. Like I would eat that whether I was on a calorie deficit or not. But just seeing like, okay, this is how many calories I eat with this type of breakfast. And then like thinking about like lunch and then dinner. Guys, I eat pasta a couple times a week, rice. I eat it all, and it is literally the happiest and the most free I've ever felt when it comes to food. I have no like real goal weight, really. I just want to feel good. I don't step on the scale super often. I think I stepped on the scale like maybe twice in the last couple of months. I don't do it. I'm going based on how my clothes feel. All my clothes are fitting so much better, and that's my happiness. Like I'm not trying to fit into a certain size. I just, certain things that I absolutely love, I'm like, oh my god, I want to feel really good in this, and that is what that's what I want. So now I'm gonna put on a lip color, and I'm gonna do the KKW Beauty lip liner in Nude 2. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do my hair. Or if I want to just like leave it natural. It gets frizzy, but I'm just filling in my lips a little bit. And then I'm using my, no, not this one. This is my lip combo from, or my liquid lipstick from my collab. Just putting a little bit. I'm obsessed with this combination. It's so pretty. But yeah, it wasn't until I was just fed up. I was over it. I was over the constant dieting. I was over how negatively I thought about my body. I was always looking at it like, I have very, very wide hips, and I have hip dips, and I've hated them my entire life. I still hate them. I'm not at a place yet where I'm like, oh my god, I love my hip dips. Like realistically, I'm sorry, no, I don't love my hip dips. And when I gain my weight, I gain it in my legs, in my hips get even wider, my thighs get really, really big, and my upper body kind of stays, aside from my boobs will start to get really big too. My arms will start to gain weight a little bit, which I do kind of gain my weight all throughout my body. But in the bottom half of my body, it's like, you could see it in the bottom half. But now I'm just learning that is how my body is. That is the way my body gains weight, and however it's going to be the healthiest is what I want it to be. I don't care about a flat stomach. I don't care about abs. I just want to feel healthy and know that my body is eating things that are good for it, that are balanced for it, that are good for my brain. Like carbs are good for your brain. I'm tired of it all being about the way that I look. Like one of my favorite quotes that I've heard is, the way that you look is the least interesting thing about you. And I love that, because when I think about all the people that I love that are really close to me, when I want to describe them, the last thing I think about is, oh, she had a bomb body. Like I think about their heart and their minds and their spirit and the way they love people and their personalities and how they are with friends. Like that's what I think about. The last thing I think about is, and she had a six-pack. And like, that's not what I want people to remember about me. Like I want people to remember all the other things about me, and that's what I want to remember about my friends. And I don't, like, I'm constantly telling everyone around me, like, you're fine the way that you are. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to lose a couple pounds. Like I said, like whatever makes you feel your best, I think is still important, because there are people that weigh more that are really happy, and then there's people that weigh way less and are unhappy. So it's like, whatever actually makes you feel the happiest is what you should be and what you should remain. I don't think anything else matters. So if you are somebody that's kind of struggling, but you're always finding yourself on some sort of diet, the first thing I feel like you should do is remind yourself that what you look like is not your best quality. It's not the most important quality. And start unfollowing all the people that make you feel like you're not doing good enough. Unfollow people that are telling you not to eat pasta and bread and not to eat sugar in your ketchup or whatever. Like, obviously, unless like you're diabetic or you have like actual restrictions, that's one thing. But if you're doing it just for the way that you look, like, there's so much more to life. And I think about every time I travel, I'm sorry, I travel for food. Like, I am a live to eat person. I don't eat to live. Like, I enjoy food. I get excited about food. I love the experience of eating and food and socializing over food and coming together over food and getting dressed up to go get food. Like, I love the entire experience of food. And restricting yourself from something that you fully enjoy or just is so normal is just, it's not the way to live. And I'm so happy. Like, I still struggle. It's not perfect every single day. There's days that I'm like, oh, I need to eat better today, or I need to do this, or I need to do that, or I need to go on a longer walk. There's days that happens, but where I am now versus where I was a year ago when I was on the keto diet, doing a challenge with my sisters to see who could lose the most weight, not eating anything, all my jeans fit me super big, and I was like, oh, look at me. But I was not as happy as I am now. So that is pretty much my little rant on this. I'm topping my lips off with this lip oil that is actually leaking. It's from Ulta and it is juicy. It is delicious. I'll link it down below if I can find it. But everything that I use, I will be listing. I need to do this hair. I need to figure out if I'm gonna do my hair first of all. It actually, like, I don't even hate it. It's starting to wave up a little bit, but yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you did enjoy, and like I said, if you're somebody that's struggling with this, I hope this video at least helped free you a little bit, or at least made you feel like you weren't the only person that has had these types of thoughts and things like that. When you compliment somebody, I challenge you not to compliment them on the way that they look, unless like you like their outfit or something. But not about their body, not about their weight, not about gaining weight, losing weight, anything like that. I challenge you to compliment them about something deeper than that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.